Hey guys, it's Kathy. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, TGIF. Excuse me. I have some water here, getting ready. Excuse me, and forgive me for the mouth noises. I'm standing and my face is right next to my speaker. Today I'm using my Today I will listen to my own inner voice. The rest of the world can just shut up. That's today's mug. You know, every day, this is dangerous, isn't it? I'm pouring tea right over my iPad. Probably not the best idea, but you know what? We're doing it. I'm just not going to pour it all the way up. Hey Woodwings, hey Atomic, SUSA, Susa. Pretty name. I just poured my tea. I'm going to take a little sip, and then we're going to do 15 minutes analog, 15 minutes procreate. We're going to draw owls today. Excuse me for my little slurpy tea noise there. We're going to draw owls. So yesterday we drew owls. I printed out 2 lovely pictures I checked on Google. I'm not using these for any other purpose than to just sketch and experiment in my sketchbook and on my Procreate. I'm not using these for any commercial use. This is just personal use. I would never, being an artist, having been ripped off. So there we go. So today, thank you so much, Susan. Oh no! Broken mugs are so sad. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. There's plenty more mugs. Anytime you want a new one, I have the mugs for you. Anyway, but thank you. All right. Cute owls. Don't have the names, the genus, the species, blah, blah, blah. But they're just cute. I know there's a barn owl here somewhere, I think. That's the one that you see, the white one. Oh, okay, maybe I don't have a barn owl. Anyway, I have a lot of cute little owls here that I picked out and I printed in black and white because, well, not because, but it's not going to hurt because my rules are black and white only. And I have been using, let me show you my pen. I have been using the Sakura Permapaque, which I absolutely love this marker. This is kind of like a Sharpie, except it does not smell. And, oh good, a pencil cup. Awesome. Good use for it. I love to reuse stuff like that. I always save things because you never know when they're going to come in handy. Then I either put it on my shelf, put it in the basement, or put it in a container. And I drive my husband crazy because I tend to save everything. Oh, look, I'm smushing down my tip because I'm putting the wrong cap on the wrong side, maybe? Okay. Yeah, so this is the Sakura Permapaque. The reason I picked out a few of them today is because I have some that are half dried out. And I thought, hey, why not use the juicy one, but also use some dried out ones? Because, hey, you know, you can use your marker in any different state. If your marker is drying out, you know, use it for some nice little shadow effects. Use it for some texture. You know, you can really have fun with it. I have a lot of half dried out markers that I use, you know, when I'm doing artwork. And yeah, adds new little textures and fun, different colors. Sometimes they get darker. It's just fun to experiment in any stage of your marker. So yeah, so I usually just use the juicy one, but I thought I would grab a couple other ones which are probably dried out. They may not be, but if they are, then we can do some experimentation. So the last 3 rules are for Procreate only, and we're going to do Procreate on the second 15 minutes. So I'm going to put this away, or put this aside rather, and put my little rules up here for anybody else who pops in. And this is what we did yesterday, or what I did yesterday rather. This is the owls that I drew yesterday. As you can see, I stopped mid-owl because I had to go do something, and look, I didn't come back. So that's what I finished yesterday. Yesterday, at the end of the live stream, I only had this guy and his little branch. And then I added this guy and this guy after. So That's what I did with my right hand. I'm drawing with my non-dominant hand because my left hand is out of commission. I fell about a week and a half ago. I took a really bad fall. I messed up my face. I'm very lucky. I didn't break any teeth. I may need a root canal. I do think I broke my nose, but my noses did not show up on the MRI. I know you might already know all this stuff, and I apologize for repeating myself, but anyway, I'm fine. I went to the eye doctor. I went to the face doctor. I went to the hand doctor last night, and I have this lovely new brace that I'm wearing for now. I'm going to need to get an MRI, and she's just getting my insurance to sign off on it. And once that happens, that's the doctor I'm talking about. And once that happens, then I'm going to have that, and then we're going to be able to see exactly what's going on. So that's good. So it's just a little bit longer for me to not know what the heck is going on with my hand. So these are really cute, and I think I'm just going to dive right in and start. And I'm using a different iPhone today because I have another iPhone, which I have been using for live streams, but I did rewatch a live stream yesterday, and it looks like there's some lag, so I want to avoid that. So I'm trying to use this one, which is a newer model of phone, and I hope that it helps with the lag. So I'm just going to draw like a bunch of different owls. I'm really just goofing off. This is honestly, this is just for experimentation. It's just to help my brain-hand connection, and just because I can't stand not drawing. So about a week ago, maybe it was Thursday, like a week ago, Thursday? I don't know. One afternoon, maybe it was Saturday, because I fell on a Tuesday, and then I was, just totally not able to do anything because I was a mess. Like, my face was a mess. I was shaken up and everything was not good for a little bit. And then I'm doing this guy right now. And then I think it was on a Saturday, maybe. Could have been Saturday last week. I had a sketchbook downstairs on the dining room table and a pen, and I'm just like, well, what do I got to lose? I feel like drawing. You know what I mean? I'm just going to do it. I forgot to look at the time. So it's 1:09. So I'm going to, hey, Anne. Hey, Janice, Penny. Thanks you guys for joining. Yeah, I'm just going to draw. So I saw my pen and I saw my sketchbook, and I was feeling, sad. You feel a little traumatized after you have a fall. And I was just like, what do I got to lose? Because I couldn't do anything else. It had been like a week of me just, not doing anything. And I was like, there's one other time in my life where I was forced to use my non-dominant hand. That's a little bit better. And I don't know how well you guys can see that. You can see it okay. You can at least see it right there. And I honestly think that experience, and that was like 25 years ago, you guys, but I think that it really helped me this time because I had less fear about doing it, about just picking up a pen and trying to do some stuff. And I was just like, if this is just too much for me, I don't have to do it. Like, I'm making the rules here. I just do it if you want to do it. And if you don't feel up to it, no pressure. Because that fall was pretty traumatic. Anyway, feel free to read about it on the second green square in my grid on my squares. And then there's a picture of my face on the second picture on that post. So if you have any desire to see what my bruised up face looks like, it's actually looking a heck of a lot better now. I'm almost all better, honestly. I'm probably like 80-90% my face. I have a little bit of black eye left, and everything else is good. My nose has gone down significantly. I think it's still a little bit swollen, but that is to be expected. I do think I broke my nose or fractured it, but it didn't show up on the MRI. And but it wasn't bad. Like, my nose looks the same, and I'm extremely grateful that things have been, as well as they've been going, because the healing has been great. Really, I've been very lucky, and I have, my doctors all lined up. I went to a bunch of doctor's appointments. Okay, so we have that guy done. I'm just going to leave him like that. And now I'm going to draw this guy. I like that guy. Let's do him. So let's check the time. It is 1:12. Okay, so now we're just going to keep going. I think I'll go a little, oh God, look at that circle, you guys. Oh my God. Yeah, this is all work in progress. It's just eye-hand coordination. It's the connection between my little brain or my big brain, I don't know, my medium-sized brain and my hand. And, can I just make some connections here? Because honestly, I'm just a little, I gotta keep going. I just gotta keep going, I did write out a few talking points today. Sometimes I like to have just talking points on a little post-it note here, because that makes it a little easier for me to just have something, at the ready, so I don't forget to talk about something. So we talked about my new hand brace, and I'm feeling close to normal. Definitely getting my groove back, because I was singing along to some songs that I like a couple hours ago. Sometimes I just like to put the music on and just have my own little karaoke party. And yeah, so I know that when that's happening, I know that I'm feeling better. So I am feeling better. I did start at the beginning of this year. I will just stop for a second and show you. I started doing this book, Draw Every Day, Draw Every Way. And I was very excited about starting to do this. And I love the artist Jennifer Orkin Lewis. She's August Wren on Instagram if you want to follow her. This is a really cool book. It's like a year of different prompts. And I just thought, this is my year of art. Like, I'm just getting focused, really prioritizing hand-drawn art just for the sake of creativity and creative inspiration. So I'm planning to start live streaming on YouTube potentially next week. Hey, the Painted Wraith. Hey, P. Shaw. I apologize if I'm not calling you guys out by your first names, many of which I do know your first names. And the reason I'm not is because when I'm doing a live stream, as you probably know if you've ever done this, there's like a million different tracks in your brain going at the same time, and then you forget people's names and stuff. So that's the deal. So I probably know all your names, and I apologize if I'm not calling you out by name. So this is a book, and I started doing it, and I stopped doing it when I fell, but I had done a few extra pics that I have not posted yet, but I'm just going to show you because it's fun and because I have them. And these are the last entries in this book. I was posting one a day on my grid, and I think I recorded these two because I was going to do, and I still do plan to do, well, actually, I don't know if it's going to work out anymore, but I was going to do a once a week video on YouTube of my weekly progress with this book, and then just show every video that I have recorded in one video. So like seven speed draws per video, and just do that like week 1, week 2, whatever, up to week 52. And then I fell. But I did finish these. This is some lavender. Lavender, yes. This was with my left hand before I fell. And this was an aerial view of a tidy French garden. And I have to admit, this did not come easy to me. I'm a very fluid person. I don't usually do a lot of straight lines. I mean, I really like how it came out, but I gave myself a little bit extra time for this one because took me a little bit longer than a half an hour. By the time a half an hour, I think I had like maybe half of the pen work done because I started light. Anyway, you can see in the video when I post it, but I'll show you how I did the lighter first and then you add the darks. So you have your base, light, down, and then you can also use the white of the page as highlight as well. So that's another thing to think about when you're using marker, because you can't undo a marker, right? Okay. Now this has turned into a little marker lesson, and that's not what I intended when I first started it, but I just wanted to show you this book, and I wanted to let you know that in the interest of keeping going, I'm keeping going. I'm just going to keep going. You know, regardless, right hand, left hand. No, I can't use my left hand. That's my art hand. I have to use my right hand, and we're just doing experimentation. I am going to continue with that challenge that I had set to myself at the beginning of the year, because honestly, why not? Everything does not have to be perfect. I do not have to, you know, I have an accident like this. It doesn't mean I have to stop drawing, and it doesn't mean I have to judge my drawing and say, I want to continue this only when I can do it with, you know, my left hand. You know, it's just like, no. Because the bigger picture is, you know, yes, I'm proud of my skills and my talent, you know, and how I've honed it and all this and how everything that I've learned and done and, you know, yes. But what is it all about? It's about being creative, and it's about being experimental, and it's about forgiving yourself and not judging yourself. And honestly, I really feel like, you know, one of the things that keeps people who draw from really continually pursuing it is self-judgment. You know, it's this is not good enough in your head, and then you stop, and then you scribble all over it. It's just like, no. You know what I did when I was a kid, and I think this really helped me a lot? I would make a mistake, and then with a pencil, and then I would not allow myself to erase it. I would make something else from that mistake. I would alter, you know, the original vision. I would just pivot, okay? I would just pivot, and okay, now I'm drawing the wrong bird. That's okay. This will be a bird mix of two of these birds. So yeah, I would just pivot, and I did that a lot. Like that was just something I remember that was like a little obsession I had when I was a kid. I would draw, and I would make a mistake, and I wouldn't let myself use the eraser. I would make something out of my mistakes. If you guys hear my husband in the background on the phone, it's just because he's on the phone, and I apologize if it's a little loud or a little white noisy in the background. So anyway, I love that practice. And you know what? I'm doing that too with, I mean, not fully, but we're going to go to the iPad in a minute. And one of my rules for this challenge, for my non-dominant hand drawing challenge, is all right, we're going to end it here for today, and then we're going to go to the iPad. So one of my rules is no undo. I forget, actually, I'm looking at except due to brush size. I'm like, what did I even mean by that? And I think this is actually redundant, because I think I cover what I meant in one of these other ones. So no Procreate line and circle straightening. So if you ever like draw with Procreate and then I'm going to hold, I drew this ugly circle, I'm going to hold, or not ugly, I drew this imperfect circle. I'm going to hold my pen here and my circle is going to magically be perfect. None of that, because that's not the point of that is not what I'm doing. I'm here to get better. I'm here to get better at my drawing and with my right hand, and I'm no judgment. So we're just moving forward. This is experimental. And then eraser tool is allowed because I still have to control it. So I can draw with the eraser tool, which I really like to do. Sometimes I like to fill a big space with black, and then I go in with my eraser tool and I erase. So let's see. Who should we draw here? Dun-dun-dun. Who should we draw? Oh, hey, Tara. Thank you so much for popping in. All right. We're going to draw this guy. There we go. Excuse the light. I'm working on a little upgrade of my station here because I'm committing to doing live streaming. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing some live streaming on YouTube in the upcoming weeks. I'm hoping, that's not going to work. I'm hoping that it happens soon. I got to wait until I have a few things figured out first. And I'm just going to try and work with what I have, but also I had to pick up a few things from Amazon. Let's do that. That seems to work. Okay. Well, you guys can't see it so well, but all right. All right. This is, whoops. Uh-oh, no undo. That means I'm going to grab my eraser tool and erase that little dot because I don't even know. What was that about? Oh, I'm going to turn off some lights because my iPad does not need so much light. Okay. All right. Let's draw our little guy here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn the light towards that if I can get it out of the way of the iPad. Like that. Come on, guy. Stay down. Stay down. Let's just do that. That's better. All right. Just hold him like that. All right. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So, yep, I'm actually going to fill in his eyes all black and make it look real spooky. And then I'm going to go in with the eraser tool because why not? So I was a little bit bummed when I went to the hand doctor and I didn't immediately get an MRI yesterday or an X-ray. I'm actually really glad that they're doing an MRI instead because you get a lot more information from an MRI, so that's good. But I did want to talk about things that you do for yourself when you're feeling down. So when I'm feeling down, and I had a little bit of a down moment last night, which is expected, it's expected when you have an accident like this. And, honestly, I have been really good about not, falling into a pool of sadness over this. Like I'm proud of myself because I've been very positive and I've just been trying to make things work as well as possible, like I'm still doing this every day. This is what I'm doing because I have to do it. I want to do it. It's important to me. It's good for my mental health. And it allows me to, continue to be connecting with you guys. And it just allows me to, there's just so many good things about doing this for me right now. And I have the time to do it, because I can't do very much with my hand. But yeah, it made me think of like, when you have a setback, what brings you back to you? What brings you back to your own self, your own optimistic or, self that you're not going to be like swallowed up by being sad. That's a pretty cute little guy. I think I might be concentrating too detailed on this one and I just need to sort of let go a little bit more though. Yeah, because I really should, with 15 minutes, I really don't want to do that. Again, today I'm going to show you my finished ones tomorrow. And because I'm sure I'll add to this, because it's not going to be, by the time we're done today, it's 1:26 right now. So by the time we finish here, I'm going to probably close this up at like 1:34, because I don't like to waste your time, and I like to stick to my schedule, because I think that it's most effective if it's, like under an hour. But anyway, so I'll finish this at like 1:34. But I like to listen to music, some favorite songs. I have some favorite songs that I like to listen to that lift me up, and that's really good. But you have to be in the right frame of mind. Like, you can't still be wallowing in your sorrow, and you just have to you just got to get over that. And I find that, I was really bummed last night. Honestly, I had a moment. I really haven't had, besides the initial trauma, which was not fun being in a hospital. It's scary. I thought it was going to be a lot worse with my face. That was all very, very scary. But besides that, I really, since then, I haven't had any real bummer things. I've had really good luck with my face. I may need a root canal, but I didn't break any teeth, and I didn't lose any teeth. So I did not have a concussion, did not lose consciousness, did not, according to the MRI, did not break my nose, even though I do think it was fractured, because if you saw the rest of my face, you would know what I'm talking about, and also the sensitivity level of my nose, which my nose is still healing, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So I'm happy about that. And I had my eye doctor check, and my eyes are fine. And so, yeah, except for my wrist. So, and funnily enough, I wasn't even the one who was jumping on my wrist when I first went in there. They immediately jumped on it, and I was like, it feels fine. And they're like, I think we need an x-ray. And I think they did that because they know, they know what happens when a person falls, and they know what's possible. So we'll see. So that's the deal with that. But I like to listen to music. I like to have a good talk, to really talk something out, talk out my issue with a good friend, which, good friend, my husband, one of my sisters, somebody very close to me. That's really important. Emotional support. And I like to listen to, I'm going to just hold that. I will listen to a podcast to get, if I'm in the space to get my mind off of things, then I will do that. That's always good. Try and get your mind into something else, because really what we're looking for is perspective. And you got to have the perspective. See, I have my little cliff notes here. Perspective is gained on the bottom. Space and time. You got to give yourself space, and you got to give yourself time when you are having issues, when you are having, when you have something traumatic, or, you're very bummed out about something that happened to you, or something that you inadvertently did, or whatever kind of emotional trauma, physical trauma, or both, if you have an issue like that and it takes time to get over, you got to give yourself the space, give yourself the time. Hopefully you have somebody close you can talk to. And if not, there are places you can call and talk to people, and you should never, ever feel bad about doing that, because it's super important that you do that you take care of yourself, and that you get help. and there is help for you. Like, there's help. You just got to be open to it. You got to be open to finding it. So, yeah. So I had a little mini bum out moment last night. You know, I talked to my husband. I talked to one of my sisters, and I wrote a letter. Writing a letter. Oh my God, writing a letter. Writing a letter helps me. Like, writing out my feelings helps me. Now, whether I am going to use that letter and form like a phone script if I need to make a phone call, and have that as a script. I always feel like with difficult phone calls, it's nice to have a script or bullet points, something, because I need to process before. Like, I'm an introvert, and I know you might not feel like, hey, this person's on a live stream and she's talking the entire time. How can she be an introvert? The way I see being an introvert is internal processing. So extroverts have the ability to just fly, like are able to just totally off the cuff, you know, answer something in public, or, you know, say something, have like a quippy answer for something right away. And I need time to like internally process. Like, if I get asked a difficult question or something, I need like 10 minutes to I need 10 minutes to process. I mean, I just need process time. That's part of the difference. And that's a really big difference, I think, in a introvert and an extrovert. So anyway, see, it has nothing to do with me sitting here talking to you or talking with you. And unfortunately, I can't see any chat replies or anything, but I will, before I hang this up, I'm going to take a quick look. All right, so this is as far as we're going to get today, because it is now 1:33, and I don't want to overstay my welcome, so to speak. So I'm just going to flip through. Oh, thank you so much, Marielle. Again, I don't know what your name is right now because I'm thinking on so many different tracks, but I'm just going to call you Marielle because that's your handle. And thank you so much. I'm hoping, excuse the shake. I'm hoping that eventually I will be able to upgrade and I will be able to see the chat as I'm working. But right now it's not really working out that way. I'm testing a bunch of things, and, hopefully we'll get better. But, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please come back tomorrow to see what happens with this, because I'm going to fill this some more. And what happens with this, because I'm going to fill this one. And if you were here yesterday and you're just popping in now, this is as far as I got with the end. At the end of yesterday's stream, I had just this little guy here. And then after the stream, I said I was going to draw some more. And I drew this guy, and I started that guy, and I want to finish this one too. So maybe I will spend today really focused on more artwork, because it's super important. Oh, that light is still on. There we go. Because it's all about experimentation, no judgment, and we're just working on the connection between our brain and our hand that we don't usually use. Since I can't use my left hand right now, I'm using my right hand, and that's the way it is. So thanks you guys so much, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Have a really awesome day. Take care. Bye-bye.